child and youth physician, what she calls herself, and a principal investigator in clinical research. She's the director and consultant of Child and Chest Care Canada Corner Nashik Suyog Hospital, president of Guru Mauli Charitable Trust, a secretary of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics Nashik District, secretary of the Maheshwari District Health Committee Nashik, and also the Nashik City Police Mitra. Well, in her work profile, she's doing a lot of free treatments for many rural areas and conducting many free workshops for adolescents. Online and offline free talks on teenage problems, newborn care, vaccination, parent career guidance, and last but not the least, Bhagavad Gita also. Conducting health checkups in tribal areas, I told you, many webinars for women and elderly people. She's a very strong follower of Shri Pandurang Shastri Athavale and spreading word of Swadhyay. Where her awards are so big that I think I'll take 20 minutes to announce them. So better just hear it from her. Reena, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Deepak, for your kind word. I would like to thank Team Maha Youthcon and Team Nashik IMA for giving me the opportunity to present this talk. Okay, dear audience, one small request for you before beginning my talk. Biscuits will be going to circulate amongst you. A kind request to have a piece or full biscuit with you. Keep it with you. I request please don't eat till the end of my session. Thank you. Before I start my first slide, I will say my first slide only will give the answer for this question. What is more important, IQ or EQ? My rest of the talk will be on to just explain the importance of it. The question for the audience, who is your ideal person? I need any 3 volunteers to tell me the name of their ideal person. Yes, ma'am, please. I don't like to.
Any family member.
Anyone. It can be your mother or PM Modi or Indira Gandhi or Sania Mirza or whatever is your ideal person.
My father.
Ma'am, can you just stand up and tell only 3 qualities of your father that make him ideal for you?
He never gives up, even if it is like he knows that he's not going to succeed, which I think is a very good quality. You don't need anyone to motivate you then further. The second quality is he'll never discuss his failures with anyone,
Okay.
which I think is very good. And the third thing is that he doesn't keep account of his age.
Thank you very much. My next audience, with his ideal person or her ideal person. Any one of you? Any person can be your ideal. It can be your teacher, your friend, or your family member, or some political background. Can I have your mic to Sushma ma'am, please? Yes, ma'am.
I'm very much influenced by Mrs. Sabharwal. She is the ex-principal of Symbiosis School. I've seen the way she used to work, very down-to-earth personality. And for any activity in the school, usually I've seen principals sitting in their cabin, giving instruction. She used to be always on the ground or at the school gate and observing and watching everything. So I'm very much impressed by her.
Thank you very much, ma'am. With that, my dear audience, we come to know that whatever is your ideal person, that make him your ideal. The qualities that person is having is all related to his emotional quotient. Not a single quality is related to intelligent quotient. Doesn't matter how much he has scored, how much gold medal has been. That doesn't count. So the question to my first slide was, EQ is more important than IQ. When our child is born, it's a bundle of joy. Then as he grew up, it's become a bundle of problems. Our face turns from smiling face to a sad face and annoying face. But to have that smiling face always in our family, in our kids, on our face, we should know the importance of EQ. And that is the my motto for today's talk, to have a happy family, happy society, with our strong emotional bond and strong emotional quotient. Do you think emotional health and mental health are same one? No, it's totally different. So emotional health is ability to cope, manage the emotions, which is required to have a positive relationship. Either way, mental health is ability to think clearly and make good decisions to cope with the stress. Lack of this emotional and mental health is a base and is the main cause for having the emotional and mental health disorders. You won't believe 21st century is known as the century of the mental health disorders, and we all are culprit for that. We don't want that mental health and emotional disorders come into our family, but invariably it is crawling, it is coming, and it is budding, and it is growing too. And that is the reason suicide has become the main and the most important cause of the death amongst the adolescents and teenagers. You will be surprised to know in last year the more than 10,000 divorce cases are there in Nashik city. The reason? Low emotional health and mental disturbances in the family. There was a long study in 1927 Dr. George has conducted in Harvard University. He studied around 126 Harvard students, and he conducted a study for even around more than 7 decades. The criteria was to just measure the success and happiness in the family and the life. And he came to know that there are only 4 criteria to have success and happiness in the life. First is altruism, that is helping others without any conditions. Humor, planning ahead. Optimism, that is positivity. This study is still available as Boston University. You can search on net also. So this study again proves that emotional health is more important, and there is nothing related to our finance or our scores or our degrees. If your emotional health is not strong, then definitely unhappiness and decreased enjoyment of life. We will have family conflicts, relationship difficulties, social isolation, problems with addictions, tobaccos, mixed work or school or other problems, legal and financial problems, and definitely poverty and homelessness. So importance of EQ is 1 in 5 youth currently has diagnosable mental health disorder. 1 in 10 has disorder that causes significant impairment. 50% mental illnesses begins by the age of 14 and that continue to their adulthood also. Suicide is the second leading cause amongst the youth at the world, but India it is the first. The rate of suicide has doubled in last 10 years and that is alarming. If you go to the prevalence, it's more dangerous is the mental health problems are amongst our 3 to 5 year age group also, and we ignore them. You don't think उनको क्या टेंशन है? सारा टेंशन तो मम्मी पापा को है, बड़े भाई को है जो 10th में है. But it's not like that. A kid who is going to playgroup also carrying some kind of behavior problem. He is having some behavior problem that unknowingly getting unnoticed. That is the science, and there is a root that tree is digging very, very hard and very hard, faster. So it's our responsibility, our duty to catch these problems during the early childhood period, to avoid complications during the adult life. As we all know, it is very easy to teach a growing brain. We all know our brain development gets continued till the age of 8 years. Even prefrontal cortex get developed by the age of 25 years. So it's very easy to teach this kind of children who is having growing brain than to repair a broken adult. It's very difficult to treat the mental illness during the adulthood. And you all know if the mental health problem, emotional health problem is there in the family, and that too a head of the family, that family will be having a horrible and terrible outcome. And that to affect again the next generation too. Next question for the audience. How are you?
Awesome.
Fine. So this is a buzz color. I am fine. There are so many emotions. You will surprise to know there are more than 3,000 emotions we used to carry. We used to label. That's doing also our emojis too. But we are afraid to say our emotions. So my dear friends, this request for you to switch on your button of emotion. Label it, recognize it, and then express it. So how you are going to control your emotion? So there is a roller approach, like recognize it. I am feeling tired, I am feeling bored, I am feeling excited. I am annoyed at you. Understand it, why it is there, why this kind of feeling. Then analyze it, why this kind of. Then label it. Yes, हम सबने जब भी मैं देखा है. Definitely, that's Kareena Kapoor taught Shahid Kapoor ki how to express the emotions and how to get rid of it. बस वो movie छोड़ मत देना. That is my one of the favorite movie. Express it and then regulate it. Regulate in the sense कि don't suppress it. If you want to express, yes, express it. Talk to your partner, talk to your kids. In the morning, I had matches over here and I got late around 2:30, 3 o'clock. I have to rush for this lecture and again for the evening banquet contest. I become frustrated and I told my kids, can't you understand, I have such a busy day, please help me out. And to my surprise, all my family members around me, including my mother-in-law, my husband, my both kids, my maid, what do you want? What can we do for you? And I'm feeling so relieved. Don't do anything. That's what I want. So please express your emotions. So what are the signs symptoms of disturbed emotion? हम बोलते हैं हम तो बहुत strong है यार. मेरा mind बहुत strong है. Especially male partner says कि I don't know how can I have any kind of emotional problem? No. Sometimes we said my son is very strong. Yeah. How can he having mental problems? But recognize these early signs: sadness, hopelessness, irritability, lack of interest, change in eating pattern, change in sleep pattern, feeling tired, sluggishness, difficulty in maintaining attention, feeling breathless, useless, or guilty. So it's a kind request to, these are the alarming signs. We can find it anywhere. In fact, we can recognize these signs in our staff also. And they're also having so much of burden, stress at home and at duty places. It's our duty as a boss to make them mentally stable. And if you have a mentally and emotionally stable staff and look at their output, it will dramatically improve.
Madam, last minute.
Oh, only 1 minute. Thank you very much. I will go faster. Okay. So life skills. These are the skills that we have to implement in ourselves and our kids too. I am not going to elaborate all these 10, but I will like there are only 4 steps to whatever you want to teach your children or your partner or any family member. Do it them for. खुद कीजिए पहले. Let them watch you. उनको देखने दीजिए आपको. Let them follow you. Let you do with them. उनके साथ कीजिएगा. And then let them do it. Then don't interfere. Just observe. Make a good observer. For the treatment, communication is the only way. Second is definitely a good exercise, which gives a good relaxation, positive vibes around, in and around the family. So for communication, definitely they are only sit like a snowball. Keep your eyes open and ears open, mouth shut. Hand in snowball position, no forgetting, no mobile and no any apparatus or any pen in your hand. That is active listening and be in that mode for your kids or your any partner. My last slide is a mindful awareness. Teach your children or anyone in the family about the state of health, that is a mindful awareness. Be aware whatever you have and enjoy that thing. I have asked everyone to keep a biscuit with you. Do you have? Okay, just observe that biscuit. What's the shape? It's a round or square or something else. What's the texture? It's a rough one. Keep on observing it. Feel that biscuit, the color. Now take it closer to your mouth and feel the smell. How delicious it is. Now it is tempting. We every time have that biscuit during the tea, but we dip it in the tea and keep it in the mouth. We never enjoy the biscuit. And at the end, now have a piece of this biscuit in your tongue. The same biscuit will taste differently. That is the mindfulness. Thank you very much. Of course, that is for you. Thank you very much.
I request Zarade Madam to please give a token of love to Reena. All mouths full with biscuits, so.
Perfect.